Hello and welcome to Pos Malaysia. My name is Vanessa and today I will explain about the crisis that happened to Pos Malaysia. So without further ado, let's just go with organization background. Okay, so for organization background, Pos Malaysia was founded in 1888 in Strait Settlement of Penang, Malacca, and Singapore. Uh, which means that Pos Malaysia has been operated for almost 200 years. And for genre, Pos Malaysia is focusing more on the postal and courier services that operated throughout the Malaysian states. And Pos Malaysia was owned by the RSP Haycom, one of Malaysia's leading corporations, mostly involved in the automotive manufacturing. And this company has helped Pos Malaysia with the courier transportation. Pos Malaysia CEO is Charles Brewer. He's also the owner of the DHL, one of the private postal courier services in Malaysia. As you can see in the picture, that is the face of the Malaysian CEO for Pos Malaysia. For Pos Malaysia, the outlet has 681 Post Office Malaysia, which is the biggest competitor of the post and courier services. Pos Malaysia has around 8487 employees in 2022. Okay, for the Pos Malaysia franchise company, there are four. So the first one is the Easy Parcel, and then Collecto, My Postpay, and Postrider, which already end contract in 2021 due to financial loss that the company faced. Postrider used to be successful because it has satisfied a lot of customers, and after the end contract, the company has dissatisfied with their customer, even lost more of their customer. Okay, so for the details of the crisis, the crisis happened until November 1st and news published on 7th November 2019. And for the wild part is that admit complaints, Pos Malaysia says some issues with the intermittent system accessibility, but tracking seems fine. So we can already found the sign of the crisis here, and we can say this is prodromal stage because even though the Pos Malaysia has a tracking system issue, but most customers find it fully functional. So the main problem is not in the tracking system, but Pos Malaysia trying to avoid customers' complaints by blaming the tracking system and customer who affected by this. But believe in the company excuses which did not provide effective solution. Or for the white part, it's because Pos Malaysia website is under time with the company temporarily shut down for 2 weeks. So again, the physicians say excuses because the company wants to avoid the customer's complaint. Go to the delayed package and misdelivered package. The company did not take any responsibility of it. About the customer's complaints is already spread throughout the Facebook, and they already created a Facebook group where they are sharing experiences and reviews of Pos Malaysia service. And what was is Pos Malaysia did not take any attention of this big group. Now, as this crisis happened is that after track and trace system fully functional, on the hundreds of customers encountered the same problems. As I said earlier, the company did not take any responsibility or even action on tackling these major problems. They blamed the malware for attacking their website, despite everything seems fine to customers. Okay, so for the main causes of crisis is the delayed package. So I put this as one of the major problems because most customer complained about it. And the customers create a Facebook group talking bad services and some response from Pos Malaysia. So they are facing the same problems that feel they wish to comment and put evidence photo of it. I put this in the acute stage because the company has damaging customer stress, and this was event spread across the entire media and did not take any quick action during put-over stage. Okay, so for the misdelivered package, as you can see in the picture, it's a complaints board. So it's created to provide customer the reviews of the company. So there are 664 complaints about Pos Malaysia services, and most of customers gave 1 star. I've also put this in a quick stage because company damaging customer trust and this problems already spread across media. Third one is the customer services. So the Pos Malaysia customer service was responsive and already made the customer upset because there is no answer from the call and no reply from the email. So there is a communication problem or communication boundary between the customer service and the customer. So the customers create a Facebook group talking bad services and some response from Malaysia facing same problem. And also I put this in the acute stage because they already damaging customer trust and this problem already spread across media. Okay, so for the impact of media, we'll be focusing on the organization part. So for the first one is the financial loss. So company faced with the financial loss due to bad services, and this will affect the internet stakeholders or employees of Pos Malaysia. They're likely to get fired or even receive low salary. Second one is negative reviews. So Pos Malaysia will receive bad reviews from the reviews website, and as you can see on the picture, Trustpilot is a service they call customer complaints of the company. It is causing Pos Malaysia to lose their customer and better reputation. Third one is the losing credibility. As the news spread talking badly about Pos Malaysia, the company can be labeled as a failure for satisfying the customer and the workers, which will ruin the reputation of the company. Okay. So I will, and then for the impact of the customer stakeholder, I will be focusing on the customer. So the first one is disappointed. Customer feel dissatisfied and upset about the Pos Malaysia services and why they complaints in social media because of an unresponsive action for Pos Malaysia customer service. Second one is flock to Pos Malaysia's competitors. Customer will praise the Pos Malaysia's competitors and likely to use other postal and courier services. In which Pos Malaysia will lose the customer and likely to be labeled as bad postal and courier services years of their competitors. Okay, so for the company's responses, the first one is delayed package. So according to Malay Pos Malaysia responded to complaints of delays in the project. Those affected, saying it was like due to intermittent accessibility. I identified this as scapegoating because hundreds of complaints of customers complaining about delivery delay and tracking issues, although the track and trace system is fully functional on November 1st. And the second one is misdelivered package. Station responded to this problem, and I identified this as denied because the company not making an apology statement regarding problem locating package. That right, the customer service, they also not responding about it. So I identified this as a deny because the company have not provided any solution to their customers who are encountering the same problem. So yeah, so that's the problem with the customer services. So there is like a communication boundaries between the customer service and the customers. So yeah, there's like communication gap. And the fourth one is the delay package, still the same, but this is after the issue. The track and trace accessibility on both of our website and mobile app are back to normal. However, customers may face slowness due to high volume access at certain peak times of the day. Identify this as justification the company because the company provided free statement of the issue to convince their customer with a fully functional website and mobile app and likelihood to face slowness as a reminder for the customer. So at the end of the day, the company did not take any responsibility about this and also did not solve the common problems that faced by most customers. So yeah. Okay, so for the recommendation, there are two recommendations that I give. So the first one is the monetary compensation. I would say this as the most effective solution because Pos Malaysia has never made any compensation to customer when bad events happen, which I find it really responsible and not fair for the affected customers. Since apology is not enough, better to give free delivery coupon or compensation items as a sign of empathy or sincere apology. Second one is the collective action with stakeholders. So Pos Malaysia should arrange meeting agenda with the workers regarding the problem so everyone can have a better solution in taking the common problems. Also execute communication plan for specific problems so that customer complaints, meaning that Pos Malaysia should send messages that are relevant to problems that the customer complains. Since Pos Malaysia only replied the statement about delayed package is important for the company to also take responsibility on other problems and misdelivered package or customer services so customer can enjoy the postal and courier services without facing the everyday problems. Okay, so for the conclusion is that Pos Malaysia one of the biggest government postal and courier services in Malaysia, and also it slowly ruined their reputation because of the lack of attention to the customers' reviews. And then Pos Malaysia spokesperson has said their website and mobile app for track and trace packets, but customers still affected by the same problems. So because of this failure in managing communication, so the two best recommendation is monetary compensation and corrective action with stakeholders. Yeah. Internal and external. And if Pos Malaysia did not take these effective methods, they will lose more customer and likelihood to shutter or having bankruptcy. So these are the references, and thank you for listening.